Our next speaker is Senior Vice President and Unit Head, JSW Infrastructure, Mr. Karun Dave. Please help me inviting on stage Director Operations MRN Group, Mr. Vishal Nirani. Sir will be joining us in the next 5 minutes. Let's welcome the other speaker, Country Manager, Managing Director, ED and F, MAN, Mr. Sandeep Kadam. Please help me inviting on stage our other speaker, Senior Sugar Trader, Louis Dreyfus Company, Singapore, Mr. Vamsi Nanduri. So, shall we commence the session? Yeah. Over to you, sir.
Welcome all the speakers. This is Indian sugar exports, opportunities and challenges. There have been a lot of opportunities over the years. We've seen from 3 million to 11.5 million exports in the last year, and from 3 million 5 years ago to 11.5 last year. And the interesting icing on the cake of the exports was that this December, all the delivery on the London Exchange was from India. And the two companies that delivered and received are both represented on my panel. Louis Dreyfus delivered all the sugar, and MAN was one of the receivers. And Vishal Nirani is not here, but he'll come in a few minutes. He was also one of the mills that actually delivered on the exchange. So that's a very interesting opportunity for India has been. But at the same time, we have many challenges. So we will discuss those during the panel, and I'd like to invite Mr. Dave from JSW to give a little 15-minute presentation on the challenges.
Very good afternoon to all. I take this opportunity to thanks all the sugar fraternity who made us partner in your growth journey. And I was of some help to you, and together we grown. So I will just touch upon what as a jagged port, a JSW Infrastructure, we offer to our esteemed clients for last few years, and we have partnered with you, and at some point or other we all collectively grown in this sugar export market. So just a brief introduction and what we are offering and what are our future plans for the industry, for other customers too. So I just take this opportunity to thanks once again to Chini Mandi and all my colleagues from Sugar Fraternity. JSW Infrastructure. Yes, so JSW as a group corporate, we are a big conglomerate in this country, mainly known in steel. You can say we are the biggest steel producer in this country. Today we are having 28.5 million ton steel production capacity. Besides this, we are also diversified in energy, cement, infrastructure, paints, and many more. So these are the only few numbers we just want to present that as a JSW, we are true partner in the growth of Indian economy and Indian society as such, because we are touching every aspect of life wherever we operate. Just to start with, we are also a good sports promoter company. You all might be knowing that first Indian gold in Olympics, Neeraj Chopra, is product of JSW Sports Academy, and we are proud to be associated with nurturing the talent in sports in various games and all those things. Before starting formal introduction of Jaigarh Port, as a JSW, culturally in all spheres of our operations, across the businesses, across the geographies, we consider safety as a prime importance, and we take pride of our safety culture. Just one example I am quoting, at Jaigarh Port, we have already clocked almost 24 million man safe hours in last 2, 3, 4 years. So we take a pride that whatever we are doing in safe and sustainable manner. Now it comes to JSW Infra. As we have heard for last 2 days, even Honorable Minister Mr. Gadkari has also focused on mainly infrastructure, because ultimately we all are looking for growth of the country, and infrastructure is the basic, what I can say, ingredient of growth for any society. So as a JSW Infra, we have also partnered in growth of the country, and especially in shipping and logistics. We are the port operator and terminal operators. You can just see that we are at Jaigarh, we are the first FSRU based terminal. We are largest riverine port at Dharamtar. You can just imagine that out of total Indian coastal movement, almost 20+% is being moved by JSW only. And we are the single largest coal export facility at Paradip terminal, which is now in operation at full pace. Our growth journey with the Indian infrastructure development in FY11, we were just 2 port terminals. Today we are 10. Our capacity grown from 23 to 159, and cargo throughput. This year we are targeting plus 90 million tons. We have only 7 million tons in 2011. We are having pan-India and even one abroad presence in Fujairah. As on date, we are operating 10 terminals and ports. All the coastline of India, we are present and having all supply chain advantages. As rightly pointed out, logistics being the biggest cost of any manufacturing sector. How we can make it efficient to add the value in entire supply chain. So that's our endeavor to make all kind of commodities and all customers to serve in a better and efficient way. Now let's talk the Jaigarh. Jaigarh is all-weather port. We are among few deep draft ports of the country. Almost 18.5 meter draft is available. We are having total installed capacity as on date 55 million ton, and addition is going on. Plans to go up to 80 million tons. Currently we are operating 7 berths, and we are trying to be preferred port of choice for all our customers. Out of which sugar is also one of the important commodity which we have served for last few years and grown along with industry. And just for your information, last year we were the largest private port having the highest sugar export from Jaigarh. These are the just overview of Jaigarh port. We are having LNG terminal fully ready to be operational. It's only getting delayed because of Ukraine war and all the LNG price issues and all these things. We are also going to create a new liquid berth. As everybody was talking of ethanol or what are the future of this country in this particular fuel segment and all. So just for the information to August gathering, we at a Jaigarh port, we are going to already in the process of construction of new liquid berth capable to handle LPG at the capacity of 2 million tons per annum, along with all other chemicals. That includes ethanol, acetic acid, and all other chemicals which are being used by various customers. So that facility will be up and ready by next 18 months or so. So I hope that we will be able to serve this sugar fraternity and others also as a all requirement of imports and exports as a preferred partner of port. These are, as on date, Jaigarh port is well connected with road, rail. There are few challenges. Rail line is passing almost 40 kilometers away from my port. So we are constant working with the government and all other stakeholders how best we can serve our customers and change the profile of Jaigarh port. Otherwise, we are well connected with the pipeline of GAIL. That's LNG terminal is well connected with GAIL. So once that's Ukraine war and price of LNG gets settled, so we are also partnering in the LNG supply of this country. And to have the intermediate solution of rail connectivity, we are working with Konkan Railway and all our other stakeholders like Maharashtra state government and all. We are trying to bring one railway siding. Currently it's Ratnagiri, we are almost 60 kilometers away. Now we are trying to bring it at almost 40 kilometers. So 20 kilometers saving, and in days to come, very soon, we are also targeting to start container business. So I think from sugar fraternity perspective, we are going to provide one more solution, and we are always open to customize our offerings basis customers' requirement. And it will be our endeavor to give you wow experience at any point of time, and that's our commitment has shown that we have started sugar somewhere around 2015-16, and last year we were the largest sugar exporter private port of this country. We are having, other than sugar, all other facilities of coal and iron ore, mechanized ones. We are also having 2 berths dedicated for agri and fertilizer commodity, and also currently up and running liquid terminals. Currently we are handling LPG, molasses and edible oil, and few more are to be added in next 1.5 years of time or so. These are the tank forms currently available for molasses and edible oil. We are also, as I have told, that we are going to create upcoming a facility in chemicals, ethanol, acetic acid and all. These are the LNG terminal, which is first FSRU based LNG terminal. So it is about to start. It's only we are waiting for the pricing adjustment because of Ukraine war and all. For sugar, what facility we do have for our exporters, traders, that we are having beautiful infrastructure for sugar fraternity. Especially we are having a good pre-gate parking for 1,000 trucks with all basic amenities for truckers, drivers, very small person. So they will feel comfortable coming to the port. Also, we are having deep draft ports, all-weather port. 2 berths are dedicated for agri-commodities. We can handle all kind of sugar. As on date, we are doing bulk, bags, bag conversion also. As I have told, in just next few months, we are going to start containers also. And certainly, I am ready to discuss with all sugar fraternity what best we can serve to them and how best we can serve to them, and we can provide even customized solutions. We are ready to discuss wherever we can partner in your growth, because ultimately it's a mutual growth we can both have. We are having total 13 warehouses of capacity 260,000 tons of warehouse capacity for sugar and agro commodities, mainly being used only for sugar. We are having dedicated 11 way bridges within the port, truck parking as I have told earlier, and so far majority of our customers are having good experience with us, and we are open to have even making their experiences better. Collectively, how can we do better service to you people? So collectively we can make this trade good whatever the challenges are there, we will certainly discuss, and I am ready to take the lead to even provide a solutions of customized solutions or any issues are there, which certainly where we can pitch in and do something good that will be great for everybody. That's the only numbers. Last year we have handled 15.2 lakh tons of sugar. That made us single largest private port of sugar exporter in the country. Average load rate, you might be interested in. Last year we have loaded average bulk at the rate of 11,500. Out of that, maximum was plus 20,000. Average trucks or capacity to handle is plus 200 trucks. That's based around almost 5,000, 6,000 tons per day. Maximum we have unloaded is plus 11,000 tons a day. Our key customers, you all people are my customers, and I take pride to serve you and even improve on daily basis, as our group always believes in being better every day. So we collectively try to evolve and improve. Why I am saying that you must look for Jaigarh as a choice, port of choice. As we are having all infrastructure available, that much we can assure as a JSW. Our customer focus, and we are committed to provide you the wow experience as a port operator. But certainly there are certain challenges in the system, as we are going to discuss the challenges and opportunities. There are immense opportunities, sugar, ethanol, and I am ready to share all whatever best we can share with you and offer you to make it collectively better journey for all of us. Because all the challenges has to be handled jointly by us. There are certain issues which we are going to deliberate in the next couple of minutes, which makes us that we can have certain focus. As a port operator, what best I can do for you, certainly I will take it down from here and assure you that we'll provide better solutions to you. These are the two dedicated sugar berths on the port. These are my hinterland areas. I mainly serve in Maharashtra, North Karnataka, even part of Andhra, and the longest distant part is I am able to serve to by road to plus 500 kilometers to all my sugar fraternity commodity. These are the warehouses, berths, while harbor trains. As I have told, infrastructure-wise, we are having all kind of support available and still open. We are also looking for providing days to come mechanized system of bags handling, even pneumatic conveying of sugar, because currently I am in a process of installing pneumatic loading of fly ash in my port. So certainly that model can be replicated for sugar also. So in days to come I am also looking from that perspective. We are fully equipped with all HMM equipments to handle the situation. These are our practices of warehousing, bag and bulk cargoes. These are the only things that I have told earlier, that we believe in being inclusive growth along with society, because wherever we operate, we try to cover them also in our growth. So certainly, I am looking forward to hear what are expectations of my sugar fraternity, because certainly I have grown with them in this particular commodity, and I will like to address all your issues as a port operator, what best I can do, so I can really contribute in our mutual growth going forward. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Amin. It's good to know a lot about Jaigarh Port, and I'm sure everybody used them. But I would like to now address a little bit of the challenges that the exporters have faced in the last year. We had the policy which normally would have come out end of September, but which came on 4th of November. So I want to understand from the exporters and the millers how it affected them and how would they like to see policy going forward. Vamsi, can I start with you?
On the policy, I'm pretty sure the government had very valid reasons for sure the government had valid reasons for the procedural delays we have seen in the current season, and because there were different interests for different stakeholders as far as the export policy was concerned. And I believe they did a nice job in finding a solution that basically works for most of them. The impact was that obviously the world market got a bit more tense of the availability of Indian sugar, particularly in the period where there was a shortage and Indian sugar was very required. If I have to comment on future policy, it's like anticipating this in advance and getting a policy out well before the crushing season starts. And in case there is anything specific, I could probably answer it.
Okay. Vishal, what was your impact on your manufacturing?
Firstly, I would like to congratulate and thank Chini Mandi for hosting this beautiful event and having us all get together and share each other's knowledge here. The impact that I see is, if we get the policy much well in advance, we can hedge the sugar on London Exchange and ICE, and whenever the prices are good, we can pre-plannedly hedgings can be taken place, and we can also pre-plan the sugar production. For raws, let's say I want to sell some raws, I want to sell some low quality white sugars, I want to sell some refined sugar. I can even plan to refine this sugar in my plant during the off season if the policy is announced much earlier. And the third impact would be the logistics. Once the policy takes late in being announced, I usually pay from my mill to the port roughly 1200 to 1300 rupees per ton. But when there is a delay in the policy, now everybody is rushing to move their sugar to the port, which basically increases the logistic cost by more 20%. So if we can get the policy much earlier, that would be
very nice. So that was one major issue this year, one major challenge for traders and millers. Going forward, I would like to ask Siddharth what he felt on the quality and the issues related to labor at the port and at the factory.
So thanks Chini Mandi for bringing us all together here. Start of the year, so best wishes for 2023 to the sugar trade and the industry. Now, one of the factors which I was asked, one of the things I was asked to do was make a presentation on quality and handling. I've done that many times over, and I can inform you that there have been improvements on that front by the port authorities, by the container freight stations, by the sugar millers themselves. But there are certain very crucial factors here. You all are selling under contracts which are governed under the Refined Sugar Association for whites. You are selling raw sugar under the Sugar Association of London rules and regulations. I would really want you millers and exporters to observe what is required in terms of quality, what is required in terms of test payment, which is not being done. So there is a huge scope for improvement which needs to be taken up by the trade and the industry first. The other point I want to make is consistency in quality. We have been asked to do pre-shipment inspections at mills, and mills have shown a certain amount of quality commitment. When we go a fortnight later to supervise dispatches and what happens at the time of its loading or container stuffing, the quality completely changes. So sugar millers need to understand that consistency is getting into focus. The trade is delivering on contracts of the associations, of the markets, forward market, futures market, and there is no space for complacency, nothing whatsoever. You've got to stick to your quality, you've got to behave yourself, you've got to maintain your principles, and you've got to maintain it as an internal strict quality control check. You're welcome to use services of independent inspection agencies to manage and testing laboratories which are available all over the states to get your quality into place. The third issue which has come up is we have once again got a problem with iron filings in high quality refined sugar mills. This has to stop. I can tell you that your own kitchens will not accept sugar which is white, crystal looking, and there's a nice black spot in it. How can we export sugar with these kind of things? It's just not done. Most of our sugar also goes into direct bakery production, into confectionery, into high quality end products, and we still see the same kind of problems happening. Now, I didn't want to exhibit this, but I want to convey that these are the factors that we are facing, and it is about time now with 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 million tons of export that we've done. And this year will be white sugar going up. I think we need to really concentrate on it.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Kadam from ED&F Man, they are the largest receivers of Indian sugar for the December contract, the refined sugar. I would like to hear from his side what he found in the receiving. He's trying to reject a lot of cargoes, I understand that, but what is the real reason? What is your issues with Indian delivered sugar on the exchange?
Thank you, Kiran, for getting us all together, and I would also like to thank Chini Mandi for hosting this event, which is right in the middle of the season, so you have part of the exports done and part of them yet to be done. So yeah, the point which you have highlighted is quite important, and part of it is already covered by Siddharth when he mentioned on the quality aspect. So essentially, if you really look back, we are starting from an era where Government of India used to give subsidies on exports, which were being very aggressively objected by various other origins, and that was the area where we used to push it by giving a discount and subsidies. But now, moreover, the landscape has changed. Over the last 3-4 years, world market has been very well receiving Indian sugars. But when it comes to very specific grades and direct application of that sugar, as being mentioned for bakery or whatever finished production is going to be there, it is very peculiar in some of the destinations, be it on foreign material or the quality of the bags or even the grain size of the sugar is concerned. India, and not only India, I would say, moreover, the areas alongside North India like Pakistan or Bangladesh or even Afghanistan, this is kind of a region on this planet which is very familiar and accustomed to using gold grain sugars. However, if you go to the rest of the world, it's not really appreciated. I mean, to go into the detail aspect of sugar, it's a crystallization process in the sugar mill's boiling house, wherein you crystal it, and then while application you again melt it. So the granulation is only for the handling purposes moreover. So the rest of the world has very well understood that the finer the grains, it's easier for them also to melt and consume, and that's how the tradition has been set across most of the consuming markets. So it has been a process moreover for the mills to align, for us also to connect the acceptable sugars to the destinations, and it's a process, as like Mr. Dave has also mentioned, that for him it's on the logistical side, for us it's onto the right value for which the end consumer is paying the price for a certain spec and the certain packing aspect. So that's how we foresee, and yeah, I mean, over the last 3-4 years, Indian sugar is being very well received, and with a tight supply situation, it's more over the seller's market. So we were in fact discussing today, there's a way of shipping whatever quality you can. There are few mills who are prioritizing old sugars for exports and keeping the new sugars for domestic market. But should it have been a surplus situation, then it would have been the other way around. So it depends upon the timing also. But yeah, overall the acceptance for Indian sugar has been grown significantly, and if we continue to do all this good work, I think the world market will again start by appreciating the quality, not only in terms of statements, but also that will be reflected in monetary reward by getting a small premium just to start with, as compared to what we used to give discounts in the beginning.
Thank you. Mr. Dave, I mean, you're handling ports, and we do hear once in a while labor issues, and we are finding, I mean, how do you see going forward a few years from now? Because labor issues are there, both at the loading, in the factory, unloading at your end, use costs. I think if you can give some insight into that, it would be helpful to some of the pillars going forward.
As entire sugar fraternity is here, I just thought what wasteful activity we are doing. Because what we are looking for, that labor is certainly going to be issue. whenever things get older as an institution, like you go into public sectors or government organizations, you will find that labor unions and everything are getting aggravated, productivity goes down. So far, at Jaigarh, we are comfortable situation, but certainly these things are challenges has to go. So we'll have to find the solutions. How we can, if not eradicate, at least minimize labor intervention in sugar handling case. You people all are aware that we are doing bagging at factory level, then bulking at port level, and then roofing. And certainly, you are at factory level, at mill level, you are incurring some cost in bagging, and again incurring some cost in bulking at port, and labor inclusion is there. Can we have a solution that we start shipping directly from mill in a bulk, directly to port, so at least this wasteful expenses can be avoided, and even the labor intensity can be reduced, even at the mill side and in the port side also. Because ultimately, whenever you are doing the bulk raw sugar export, these activities are certainly makes a quality issue also, because whenever you are doing bulking at port area, some pieces of threads, bags may remain there. So that will help in a big way, or saving to the entire fraternity, including labor reduction and quality. So can we look from that perspective? And I don't think it's a very typical challenges are there in doing that kind of thing. Because not many things, even you just think of the days when cement is being transferred only in the bags. The entire landscape has been changed, now it's entirely going in the bulking. And even RMC is also going in the bulks. So can we think of that direction? Because ultimately we have to sustain. And labor is going to be a problem, or going forward, because ultimately society has to grow. Nobody wants to, at least among ourselves also, we might be coming from middle class families or some farming families also, but nobody out of us wants that our next generation do the farming or the labor intensive jobs. So certainly we'll have to look for the better solutions, mechanization that will save cost also, efficiency also, and quality also.
Thank you. I now open it to the floor for any questions on the issues of exports. Yes,
Thank you. This is a small thing on the quality which everybody was mentioning. In the last 4 years, Indian sugar has been acceptable in the world market. 2 reasons. One, there was no sugar available from other sources. There was a tight balance sheet. And the quality had to improve because we were consistent in the flows. In the first year of the MIQ, did the Indian sugar get same acceptance? I think no. Over a period of time, everybody taught the Indian mills how the quality needs to be tight. So my only one small suggestion is rather than a question. If we make it a habit, then all the changes which are required to transform the industry happens. If it becomes an on and off factor, like Indian sugar exports have been in the recent past, these issues will always come up with the port logistics not happening in the same way as to manage the sugar, or the sugar mills not improving the quality for a longer perspective. So my small suggestion is to make sort of a policy structure with the government is very proactive and very helpful to the industry as well in the last so many years. Refined sugar has become the norm of the market, and India has played a very dominant role in the refined sugar sector this year as well. So it's a value addition product. Why not formulate a policy that India becomes a perpetual player on the refined sugar market in the world play, and gives an opportunity to the mills in India not only to improve their quality, but also guide the global market with some sort of a perpetual policy on the refined sugar exports. So just my suggestion.
To add something in terms of quality, this year we've seen some white sugar move out in a substantially large quantity. Last year it was just the other way around, where we moved a lot of raw sugar out. Current statistics as per my office is that we are virtually on a 50-50 in the first 1.5 months. We've virtually done 50% raws, 50% white, which is much higher than last year. The factor is when it comes to color, may I request 2-3 associations here, National Federation, the Sugar Technologists Association of India, that this color, which is being determined on a global basis by a spectrophotometer, needs to be established at every sugar mill, and they should stop looking at those ISS bottles which are distributed by that institute every year. Because that is not the way the global market is looking at sugar. There's a complete difference in how we have to look at white sugar, white refined sugar, white crystal sugar against what is currently the norm. So whilst every mill gets a quota from the government, every mill is not ensuring uniformity on that aspect. So I think that's a fundamental change. It will not come if the mill is told to take this initiative forward. I think this has to be mandated and made compulsory and to go with color, which is on an international analytical specification determined. And this can only be done by the federations who take their members along with them to get this done.
None of us have heard anything about climate change impact. Nobody has talked about it. Water scarcity is going to cause. Nobody has talked about it. And if these things are not taken into account, and it may come about, which has already experienced last year everywhere. How do you expect your targets to be met?
See, the climate change issue is a very important issue, and I think we do look at all these targets based on ethanol, and to me, if there is a climate change reduces sugar cane, you would just have higher sugar prices, and you would have slightly lower ethanol production in those years. But climate change is there on us. There is no, at much higher level, government will look at how to handle the climate change issues.
Hello, this is Dr. Nirani from USA. As regard to Mr. rightly pointed out by Mr. Siddharth, the sugar in the bottle, it is measured by reflectance. And the sugar color international record is there, Kumsa, color Kumsa. That is a coloring solution. So that is more important, coloring solution. That should be followed, I agree with that. And as regard to Mr. Dave, I want to ask, you are talking about the sugar directly sent to port. You are expecting bulk handling, or you are in the truck, or you are expecting in the bag? Because if you are expecting bulk handling, we don't have that infrastructure of bulk handling. That type of truck we don't have. Thank you.
No. As far as my suggestion of bulk handling is concerned, it's that in the mill you are having packing facility after manufacturing storage in silos or something. Then you have to take one arrangement, and I am going to provide a solution at port also. And at port I am trying to have pneumatic loading into vessels also. So, and even for bags, mechanized belt handling. That's for truck unloading and for vessel loading. So all those solutions will have to evolve, because ultimately industry has to grow. We can't continue, because it's a very clear statement. हम जो करते रहे वही करते रहेंगे तो वही रिजल्ट आएंगे जो आते रहे. So if you want to change the result, we'll have to change the inputs also.
Thank you.
I'm Prakash Naiknore, Managing Director, National Federation. See, the beauty of organizing such seminars and such panel discussion is evident here. Siddharth's suggestion comes to me. Policymaker is sitting next to me. So I request written this one from your side to me. I'll find in that and send it to the policymaker. Sangeet is sitting next to me, so it will reach to him. And you said mandated. The mandate will come from us. Thank you.
As it is really a requirement.
I know.
You go to so many mills, they are still looking at the glass bottle. And we have to close this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Close this once and for all, because everybody's got a quota.
ये करते हैं हम, ये जरूर करेंगे. Thank you for this.
Any other questions? Okay, we'll then close the session now. We're running short of time, so I think we'll just have to take some time to come in. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now invite the Director S&BO Department of Food and Public Distribution, Mr. Sangeet Singla, on the stage to conduct the felicitation ceremony for the panelists and the moderator, sir. We will start with Mr. Siddharth Amin, who is the Director, Dr.Amin Controllers. We will now felicitate Senior Vice President and Unit Head, JSW Infrastructure, Mr. Karun Kant. And now, the Director Operations MRN Group, Mr. Vishal Nirani. Country Manager, Managing Director, ED and F, MAN, Mr. Sandeep Kadam. Senior Sugar Trader, Louis Dreyfus, Company Singapore, Mr. Vamsi Nanduri. And now it's time to felicitate the moderator of the session, Director, Comdex India, Mr. Kiran Wadhwana. That was a very crisp and a short session. Thank you so much, sir.